Yeah, no luck. This is my last chance with this car here. And looks like they're trying to avoid me. So we'll see. We'll see. No. Yeah. Dang. But I remain confident. I think we'll get one. So we are here on the outskirts of the Lacandon jungle. Today we're gonna try to go to a place called Oventic. Oventic is unmarked on a map. It's not on Google Maps. The coordinates are on the map. And the reason why is because Oventic is the center of a guerrilla resistance movement called the Zapatistas. It said online that I was supposed to look for a street called General Utria, and it is on this street where there is an unmarked bus stop that takes people into the jungle and to Oventic. So we're gonna walk down this road here and see what we can find. I feel like I'm walking and looking for a portal into another dimension. That's sort of how it feels. One thing that's really cool is when you're walking and you hear people talking, you can't understand it because it's not Spanish. People are speaking Maya, and it's something that I've never experienced here in Mexico. But it's a beautiful thing, really, and inside it almost makes me want to cry. With regards to getting to Oventic, I think we're gonna have to ask how to get there. Probably ask one of these store owners here or these shopkeepers how to get there. Yeah, but man, I'm having a really interesting time here. Let's ask this guy. Disculpe, quiero ir a Oventic.
Todo derecho, 3 cuadras.
3 cuadras?
Sí, 3 cuadras, todo derecho.
¿Es esta calle?
Esta calle.
Okay, muchas gracias. All right, so that's what's happening. It's this direction, 3 blocks, and I should be able to find my way to Oventic. So, you know what? It's actually a pretty open secret, I guess, as to how to get there. It seems like it's common knowledge. And you know what? People aren't, I know they're rebels of the state, but people don't seem to be offended when I tell them, hey, I'm gonna go to, you know, where they tried to take over your city and sort of take over your country. But a lot of people seem sympathetic for the cause. So this might be the market that they were talking about here. Fucking hope I don't get COVID. And so, yeah, what a scene. What a beautiful scene. What a beautiful scene. I love this. So, yeah, we're gonna go walk in this direction for a little bit, and hopefully we'll just jump on a bus here. So I'm in this shady alley here. Some guy solicited me. I asked them, hey, how much does it cost to go to Oventic in this taxi? They were like 57 pesos, which isn't bad. So that's what we're doing. So we're sort of traveling in luxury. I have a whole road to myself and taking a car. So it's very interesting. It cost 57 pesos, which is about $3. And off to the Maya zone we go. So we've made it to Oventic, and it's closed. They said that no visitors are allowed because of the pandemic. You can see the revolutionary murals here. The guards at the gate have said that they might let me in just because I do have gifts for them. I brought them medical masks, and so we'll see. I do get a sense that I'm probably going to be allowed in. I caught them off guard. Most of the times people here are wearing ski masks, and sometimes I'm told that they're armed, but yeah, they're not. I did want to show you a sign here. It says, "You are in Zapatista Rebel territory. Here, the people rule and the government obeys." So, yeah, we're definitely in rebel controlled territory here. So they have requested samples of the masks that I brought for them. It's the same mask here, a KF94. It provides maximum protection, and so they've sent it into the villages, a couple samples, and we'll see if they accept it. I think they will, but let's see. So I was told to wait here and just hang out. So we were driving for close to, I would say, an hour and a half, 2 hours through the winding roads, and probably been standing here for close to an hour, but that's all right. This is their land, and we respect and follow the rules. So we're just waiting here. Gates are over there, just hanging out, and yeah, so we'll see what happens. All right, so I'm a bit surprised that they didn't let me in. So here I am, left on my own. Hola. And I am now in the middle of nowhere. So we need to get back. But I think it was still worth the adventure. I did give them 150 masks, and I believe they will put it to good use. Sometimes there's taxis, sometimes there's buses, but I think actually my best bet is to hitchhike back. So let's just see what happens. I mean, I don't feel threatened. The only real threat here is the Mexican government, and they probably have their hands full. There is cartel activity here, but for whatever reason, there's no violence or anything like that. Hola. So yeah, I don't know. Let's just like walk down this road here. I think this is all Zapatista land here. Where we're going was a town called Oventic, and they have a bunch of buildings with a lot of like nice murals and things like that. A nice show for the people. They said that they're not letting people in because of the pandemic, so that's all right. So you can see it's very humble here. Life is you could say life is simple, but a word about the Zapatistas: they're very well educated. Supposedly they've been using the internet since the 90s, and they've been communicating with the outside world. Rage Against the Machine featured them very heavily, and whatnot. I honestly just think that I caught them off guard. Usually they are wearing their military outfits, and it was just people in t-shirts hanging out, jeans and t-shirts, and maybe they tried to get some stuff ready and they just couldn't. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really bummed out or anything. And if we look over here, if we turn the corner here, it's a really, really beautiful view. I hope the camera captures it. It's like a canyon out in the jungle out there. So I sat here and thought about it for 2 seconds, This is probably not the best place to hitchhike just because there are curves and it's a little dangerous, but look at this view. It's absolutely gorgeous. Like, I don't know. It's I'm on top of the world right now. And you see there are some goats feeding here. And it's a very rustic and very beautiful scene. It's, you know, it's just a shame that the Zapatistas wouldn't let me in, but you know, it is what it is, and maybe they'll remember me, maybe they won't. You know, they came to collect the masks, so you know, it's all right. I could have been a hard ass on them, but I came all this way, and my bags are lighter. And the truth is, you know, they stand for some really, really solid and interesting principles, and they advocate an alternative way of living that goes against the grain of society, but at the same time advocates protecting the land and dignifying humanity. They are ultra-feminists. Many of their commanders, many of their military officers are women. And so, yeah, all around, they were a little sketched out. They might have been sketched out by the camera too, but that's all right. And yeah, I don't know if I want to walk down this road. I think I will. Let's go walk down this road here. Let's just make sure I don't get killed by a car. I don't feel threatened at all. And yeah, let's see if I can hitch a ride back to the city, which is about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours away. I think we still have some pretty solid daylight here, so I'm not that worried. Maybe I'll just go down to that shack out over there at the bottom of the hill, and that's where I will try to hitch a ride. Let's see. So I just realized there's a barber shop here, so I think I'm gonna try and get a haircut actually. So we'll see. This is the before, and we'll show you the after. All right, guys. So Danielle over there charged me 20 pesos for a haircut, and that's about, geez, 90 cents. I tipped him 33%. I gave him 30. He didn't want to take it, but I insisted, and he was a very, very, very gracious host. Just take a look at this view. He was really sketched out by the camera though, as are most people. I guess the only way back is, hitchhiking is not a thing. So the way back is I gotta wait for a car that is heading in that direction, and I have to pay money. Despite this being the communist utopia that, you know, they advertise, you do have to pay money to get places. Although I thought the 20 peso haircut was very fair. There's a little taco stand up here. Apparently that's like the only restaurant in town. I was like, hey, what's in that direction? Because I want to go closer to the mountains. And he's like, there's only houses there. And the people are very welcoming, but they're not very welcoming to this camera. So it's getting a little later in the day. Judging by the sun, I think it's probably like 2, maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I do have to start thinking about getting back. Yeah, so, man, you know what? I'm seriously sort of like falling in love with this place. Like just being out here, feeling the wind, feeling the breeze, talking with the nice people, listening to the local language. It's really, it fills my heart. And yeah, it's a great experience. These are the things that I live for. So let's see what kind of food they have here, and then let's try and catch a ride back to San Cristobal, and maybe we'll stop in San Juan Chamula and see if we can get a glimpse of the witchcraft out there, the Santeria. But I don't know. Let's see. Vamos a ver, as they say. I'm going to eat some tacos. I ordered 3 chicken and 2 beef. And I really love the Tzotzil accent. Tzotzil is the local Maya language, and it's really neat and really interesting to see people in this area speak Spanish, because I could tell that it goes through a similar process when I speak Spanish, because I have to very quickly think of the phrase in English most of the time, and then translate it in my mind, and then speak in Spanish. When I travel through the country more, it becomes more natural. Sometimes I start thinking in Spanish, and that's when my Spanish starts flowing really well. But that's not the case. And out here, where people are speaking Tzotzil, they don't really see people like me all that often. And so when they speak Spanish, you could see that they're taking that same process of, oh, this is how you say it in Tzotzil, and then this is what I need to say in Spanish. Their accents are very, very interesting, and I think it's beautiful. So we're waiting. I don't think it's anything to write home about, the tacos, but I guess I'll show you what I'm eating when the food comes out. The food has arrived. So we have 5 tacos here with some lime, some vegetables. The portions are a bit meager, but we're out here. We're out here in the sticks, and resources are limited. Remember, they said, they basically told the Mexican government to F off, and they are living on their own here. So, yeah, some salsa and the tacos here. So, I know I was throwing shade at the tacos, but I ordered 5 more because these tortillas are some of the best that I've ever had in my life. And it's not because it's hot, because they aren't that hot. Oh, these are hot. These tortillas are hot. But the corn, you can just taste it. It's so vivid, and it's just so delicious that, let me see, I will taste test it for you. I'll put some salsa on too. So I ordered beef because it's just more tender. The chicken was a little rough, but here, let's give it a go. Oh, warm tortillas. And that's what I told them. I was like, your tortillas are the best, and they probably hooked it up for me. You know what? The salsa really complements the flavors. And it's the good part of the beef, because it's like, we only have beef, and so they probably use the whole cow, and it tastes like beef tripa, like tripe, the intestines, which is one of my favorite parts. So really, really, really good. I wish they could just like pile it on, but I understand, that they just don't do it. So maybe if I pay them more, but who knows. But man, really good tacos here right on the outskirts of the Zapatista controlled rebel territory. All right, so this is the Taqueria Perez, and it was 12 tacos and a drink, a soda, for 53 pesos, which is, gosh, $2.10. So that was pretty amazing. I think I could have probably crushed 25 of them, but I was actually feeling a little bit bad because, who out here can afford 25 tacos? It's a little bit excessive. 12 is excessive, right? So, yeah. So all that there's left to do is find a car back to San Cristobal. The store behind me is a shoe store, and they're selling corn on the cob. So they splattered it in mayonnaise and put some salt on it. I think she ripped me off. It was 10 pesos, which is like 48 cents or something. The reason I'm standing here is because you could see there, that's a tope. That's a speed bump. So the cars have to stop there, and that is how I am going to get my ride back to the city. This might be my best chance. There's like 4 cars here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, no luck. This is my last chance with this car here. And looks like they're trying to avoid me. So we'll see. We'll see. No. Yeah. Dang. But I remain confident. I think we'll get one. So I was able to hitch a ride here, and it's just so gorgeous. So beautiful. So we'll see how far we get, but I think we're gonna get close. So, what a nice guy. He took me into this town. I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna explore it a bit. He obviously didn't want to be filmed, but there's a beautiful, beautiful church. He basically said, look, take one of these cabs and get back to San Cristobal. But just beautiful, just absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna walk inside. They're probably not gonna want to film, but unbelievable, unbelievable. I'll see you guys in a bit. So we can see here, this is the autonomous municipal building. It says the Municipal Autonomous Rebel Zapatista San Andres Sacamchen, I don't know what that is, for the poor people of Chiapas. So this is rebel headquarters here in San Andres. So yeah, this is a rebel controlled city, and you know, life is pretty peaceful here. And yeah, it looks like there's a civil protection pickup truck. Looks like it's the police. And oh, I wanted to show you guys. So the number one sport here, despite everyone being like 5'2", is basketball. And the reason why the number one sport is basketball is because we're up in the hills, we're up in the mountains, and there's not enough space to put soccer fields, soccer stadiums. So we have basketball courts with red stars to commemorate the Zapatistas, the communists, and we have the EZLN, which is the official name of the Zapatistas. So wow, I'm really thrilled. And guess what? These hoops are so low, so that's how they get around with it, right? Like, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Oh yeah, see, I could like slam dunk on the hoops here. So basically, I'm Shaq. So man, I'm gonna do it one more time. Oh wow! All right, that felt really good. So see you guys in a bit. Here it says construyendo un nuevo mundo. It means constructing a new world. And you have a Zapatista woman in a ski mask, another one in a bandera, nice brown skin, EZLN, Independencia, Educación, and nobody playing basketball. What a shame. It's actually really interesting. So this is more of the traditional Catholic setup, and back there is more of the Santeria witchcraft setup. You can see that these shrines have all these saints. So maybe I'll talk to the people. They seem pretty cool, and they saw me filming, but I'm still going to be respectful. But it seems to me that this is either a hybrid or purely indigenous Santeria witchcraft church. So yeah, I had a chat with the head priest inside. He's definitely not Catholic in the traditional sense, although a lot of the rituals that he was describing was very Catholic. But a lot of times with these esoteric cults, they don't necessarily like to divulge to strangers what they're all about, which is a little bit of a shame, but very understandable, because I do respect the way they live life and the way they view life. And if anything, I might be more interested in becoming a practitioner of something like this. than traditional organized really Christianity or religion. But he seemed like a pretty chill guy. I gave him an offering of probably like 15 medical masks from Korea. He was very receptive. I hear in Chamula, San Juan Chamula, where they really practice the witchcraft, and they don't like people filming inside their building. Like, they will kick you out of town if you do it. They don't even wear masks. So yeah, I'm just chilling out here. I think I've seen what I wanted to see, and you know, it's hard to get people on camera, and so yeah, I don't know. Maybe in Mexico City we can do something, but for the time being we are in San Andres. I'm gonna take a couple photos of this beautiful church and then find a way out of town, maybe to Chamula, maybe back to San Cristobal. But I think that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys soon.